Good morning guys, it is Jess here from Team Slightly Less Than Awesome, and today I am being joined by Wayne from NKS Fitness, who's come today to join me to talk a bit about spin. So those of you who have previously read one of the blogs I wrote was a little bit about spin has helped me, and I was just really curious to find out a bit more about it and hopefully answer some of your questions that you've sent through to me. Wayne.
So yeah, my name's Wayne. Obviously, like Jess just said, I work for NKS Fitness and Results Health Club in the town here in Abingdon. I've been a spin instructor for about 4 years now. I'm also an RPM instructor, which is a very similar sort of format by a company called Les Mills. For me, it's a really good exercise program that is non-weight bearing, and it actually helps you get fit in a fun and enjoyable environment.
So from there, let's start with some of the questions. So there's a few questions that I've obviously kind of spotted, but then I did ask around a bit on Twitter to see if anyone else had any. So there's a couple from me and a couple from other people.
Cool.
So let's start with kind of the basic first one. What is spin? How would you best kind of describe spin to someone?
So spin, in the most basic of forms of explaining it, is static cycling on a fixed ride bike to music, with an aim of raising your heart rate and giving you a cardio workout without any weight bearing on the knees, which can sometimes cause issues for, should we say, people that are have knee issues or have age issues or weight issues. It's a great way of exercising cardially without causing any further injury.
So as I mentioned, I've gained quite a few benefits from spin, as people will have noticed in my blog. But I'm just wondering if you can shed a bit more light on how spin can be helpful, both maybe physically and mentally.
Physically, we shall start with, obviously it raises your heart rate, blood pumping around the body quicker, so you're going to have healthier arteries, healthier veins, and feel generally more, should we say, cardiovascular fit. Mentally, you get a release of endorphins, which gives you that buzz, makes you feel happier, and they say that exercise can help increase mental stability. For me, I would say that's without a shadow of a doubt, it's true. I've known many throughout the years I've been teaching spin, also as a class participant myself. I mean, prior to teaching, I've been doing spin since 2007. I've met many people along the way that have suffered from, should we say, mental health issues. Okay, that when they've taken part in exercise, especially cardiovascular and especially sort of spin and listening to the music, it's giving them rewards, should we say.
So the next question I actually got from one of our Twitter followers. Quite a few questions I've actually got on here came from people who do cycling, but this one actually came from a runner.
Okay.
And she wanted to find out if spin can be a benefit to her as a runner, and if so, kind of how?
Okay, so let's take me for example. 2007, I mean, I was a lot larger. I was a good 6 stone, roughly 40 kilo, I think, heavier. Couldn't run 100 meters. Through doing spin stroke RPM for 3 times a week for about a month, 6 weeks, my cardiovascular system was able to handle running. So I then went out and started doing a little jogging and got into doing about a mile to start with. For me, that's an instant showing that actually just by getting in and trying to improve your heart and lung function, and with the slight bit of weight loss, it enables you to run it quicker and easier. For seasoned runners that have been doing it, running and jogging for a while, it's an area that you can push yourself without pounding yourself. So you don't have to go out and log numerous amounts of miles. It can sometimes have negative impacts on joints and ankles and knees and all that sort of thing, but you can actually push yourself to your cardiovascular limit within a class, especially if you're chasing beats, you're doing it to music, you've got an instructor that is passionate, and I say passionate and pushy, so he knows how to get as much out of you as possible. 9 times out of 10 when you go running, it's headphones, and if a song comes on that's a bit slower, you might slow down, or if you feel tired, you might slow down. Where in a class environment, 9 times out of 10 you've got an instructor there that's going to be positive and motivational and push you to limits that you may not have reached out on the road. So it will change your heart and lung functions in terms of making them fitter and healthier, which then I would say transfers into your running and on the road. And another thing for myself, I hate running with a passion in the cold. So I'm a fair weather trainer. I will train and go out running in warm weather. When it starts to hit single digit temperatures, I'm a big girl's blouse, and I will come indoors and I will spin. It's a way of keeping yourself fit while the cold winter season's in, and then going out and being fitter when you go out in the summer.
Perfect. So you've mentioned quite a few obviously benefits that we can get from spin and many ways that it can help us. Do you think there are any identifiable main benefits of it? If I was to ask maybe what are the top 3 main benefits of spin, would you be able to maybe list them down?
So it's hard to say the top 3. There are numerous benefits. For myself personally, one of the first things I noticed with doing spin was weight loss and feeling good about myself. So mentally I felt a lot more, secure within myself.
Okay.
Heart and lung wise, it does increase your sort of capacity to handle more.
Yeah.
And that's not just spin though. That's just pushing yourself in any cardio environment. So spin is great, but for me, the main benefits of spin is a classroom environment, and classroom environments are great no matter what they are, whether they're spin, whether they're pump, whether they're cardio blast or hit sessions like that. These are classes that are instructor led, where they will push you and help you and motivate you that you don't get on your own. That alone then creates a social aspect, so you get to make friends and meet people that have got the same ambition and the same drive as you. And for me, that, I'll be honest with you, that kept me in fitness for the last 12 years now, and I've been instructing for the last 4, and I love it.
Okay. Obviously spin's something I've enjoyed. Initially kind of getting into it, I was a bit hesitant. I was very hesitant.
Extremely.
But I'm now a big fan of spin, and will quite often turn up, maybe not as many times recently as I have, but it is great, and I have noticed quite a lot of changes and thoroughly enjoy it. Going back to one of the comments you made about having an instructor who will kind of push you, but in that really passionate way and that really positive way, that's something I definitely get with you. And I really notice the changes. If you've got an instructor who is passionate about something, you start to see those improvements, which I think is great.
Yeah, as an instructor, when I've done my training, there's been ways that we get taught on how to motivate people. And at the moment, there's a big drive through companies and gyms, local gyms at that as well, that are believing that the virtual experience is just as good as. And that's basically going in a room with a load of spin bikes, sitting there watching a video and doing what the video does. It's not the same in any way, shape or form. An instructor that is passionate about his job will learn 1 of 4 ways to motivate people. He will learn that person, learn that individual, and know how to coach them. So we say, first of all, I might not know you, so I will use positive motivational cues, like you're doing well. I might get to know you a little bit better now, and I might say things like, okay, think on how that's going to make you look. Okay, you're doing really well, just think on how that's going to make you look.
Mm-hmm.
And then I might use another cue where I'll say, how are you feeling? Think on how you're feeling. Think how this is going to benefit you. And then when I get to know you really well and you're in my eyesight, it might be, I've seen you push harder, I know you can do harder. And it's a sort of dysfunctional, I can't think of the way I want to say it, but it's basically saying that, I know that you can do better, and you're challenging that person. And you won't get that from a video in any way, shape or form. The only thing that we do with videos is we offer people that opportunity that may not get to a class, that can do it in their own home, and that's through like the app that we do called FitEver.
Mm-hmm.
So spin is a really good format if used correctly, and you have an instructor-led base class that will have a person up the front who is passionate about what they do, and that will motivate people into becoming better versions of themselves.
Amazing stuff. I'm going to skip forward to one of the other questions. This was another one that I got from Twitter, and I'm quite curious of the answer as well. He wanted to know if spin is just helpful as a leg workout or a cardio workout, or if you might get some other benefits from it. I think he was maybe thinking strength training when I messaged him and asked about it. But I don't know if you would get any strength benefits from it. But he just kind of wanted to know if it's just beneficial as a leg workout or a cardio workout.
So it will depend on the instructor. It will depend on their version of spin, what sort of tracks they put in there. Predominantly, yes, it is a cardio and leg workout. If you get the resistance level right and you get the ride position right, you can hook in, you can brace abs. So by isometrically holding your abs and holding tight on the bars and focusing on fixing your position, you would get an isometric hold in the muscles of the upper body. I wouldn't call it strength training, but you are definitely getting a version of a workout. There are spin instructors out there that do things like push-ups on handlebars, stuff like that. Personally, it's not my thing. I'm not saying it's great, I'm not saying it's bad, I'm not saying anything against it, it's just not me. I prefer to ride a bike like it's meant to be ridden on the road. But yeah, there are versions out there that you could get some form of workout, but predominantly it is cardio and legs.
Perfect, well hopefully that answers that question. Okay, so for somebody who's maybe never given spin a go and would like to start it, do you have any advice that you could offer them for either how to get into it or maybe the best way to start their first spin session?
Okay, so locally to wherever you are, there will be gyms that teach spin. There will be gyms that teach a class called RPM, which is like I said earlier, a Les Mills based version of spin. Research the instructors, research the gyms, research your classes. And then what I would suggest is turn up or message the gym and let them know that you're coming early to do a spin class and that it's your first time. Now, if you get the right instructor, they will spend time with you. They will set you up on the bike correctly. They will teach you the ride positions, and then they will give you options and explain the gearing and explain that actually, you know what, if you do 1 or 2 tracks and you want to leave, that's not a big issue. Or if you want to do 1 or 2 tracks and then you want to sit down for a track because heart and lungs are not used to it and you're blowing, and then you want to come back in, that's fine. Everything's about your journey, not anyone else's. So you do what you can do, and over time it will improve. However, you want to make sure that the instructor is that type of person. That they ask your name, they want to have that input with you, that it's not about their workout. It's actually about your workout and increasing your fitness. So again, like anything in life, the more research you do about the people, the better. If you're local to Abingdon, hey, I teach at Results Gym in Abingdon. We have a great spin centre there. You know, private message Jess or message me, come down, I'll give you a free class, and you know, we'll get you set up properly and give you a real true, you know, decent spin experience.
Amazing. Right, so we've got 2 more questions to go, and these are probably a little bit more personal to you rather than spin itself. So the first one is, what, as a spin instructor, do you like the most about spin? These were some really interesting questions that came through.
Okay. Now I know that this interview is mainly about spin, but for me as a class instructor, with any of the classes I teach, I love challenging people to go beyond what they believe they can go to. And one of the phrases that I will use in any of my classes is that I can see in you what you can't see in yourself. So let's say, look at my pump class again, that's a weight related class. I also say to people, I know that you can put more weight on the bar. Or if in the spin class, I say, I know that you can put that extra little bit of gear, you can push that harder. I love seeing people, when they finish a track, properly sweating and blowing, knowing that they've put their all into that workout. And that's what I enjoy helping people who want to transform themselves into the people that they want to be, or the health and fitness that they want to get, or the cardio strength, you know, that somebody wants to run faster, somebody wants to, you know, have better endurance. I enjoy trying to help people get to that. When they get to it, you know, I'm wanting to celebrate with them, because, you know, I've been myself, like I said to you earlier, I've been 6 stone, massive guy, really overweight, not into fitness at all, had cancer twice, and used to drink massive amounts of alcohol and smoked in my time and stuff like that. To now where I am, my journey has been a massive transformation. And that's why whenever I go into a class and there's somebody new in there, I want to make that experience enjoyable for them. So that's what I get out of teaching.
It's really good. And the final one is, do you have a favourite spin track? And if so, what is it?
So there, as a spin instructor, and especially someone that's been teaching for 4 years, there will be various of tracks that come up that, you know, you think, yes, I love that one, yes, I love that one. And they will be for different workouts. So if it was a race workout, I've got an album with a really heavy beated one, and the music's called Unlimited, and that's an awesome track, really focuses on a heavy bass beat, but a quick bass beat, so you cannot miss it. As the statistic part of an instructor of me, there's a track that I know that your father-in-law loves, and I like it myself. It's called Generate, and that there is a really good following on. There's 3 rounds, but between the second round and the third round, there's quite a, say, 5-second gap of quietness. So people have that assumption that the track is over, and then it starts in quietly again, and you see the look on people's faces like, I've got to do it again. And I do, I'm evil like that. I like that.
You're very similar to me, actually, then, if not sensu. Yeah, so I think that just about sums it up. By all means, if you do watch this video and you have any more questions, I'm sure if you email them over to me, I can probably ask you some of them and hopefully get some answers, and then I can put them all on a blog or a forum on the website. So I just kind of want to say thank you, obviously, for coming and answering some of the questions. Yeah, come and check out the blog. It's over on the SLTA website, and you can also obviously come and keep up to date with us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And if anyone wants to come and...
Yeah, if anyone wants to come and try a spin class, Results in Abingdon. For anyone that knows Abingdon, it's above Coxon House. It used to be the old nightclub, Sticky, shall we call it. We have a great spin studio in there, good aircon, great bikes, flashing lights, makes it a really nice experience. We have other classes in there as well. Message Jess or myself, let us know that you want to come and give it a go. And what we can do is set you up on a free class to come and trial it, see what you think. Class memberships, we do some cracking class memberships. You can talk to us about those afterwards if you like the class. And if it's something like I say that you've never done before, just let us know that, and we will set you up with an experience that hopefully will make you want to come back. One quick thing though, if you are coming and you do like it, want something to invest in, probably about $5.99, $6.99 from a bike shop is a gel seat. Okay, your first couple of, I would say maybe a couple of months, you might want a gel seat because your bum will get sore.
Yeah, definitely. I think the first couple of months, first couple of sessions, I had a gel seat, and then I quite quickly moved to cycling shorts.
Yeah, cycling shorts as well.
They are about the only cycling kit I own. Yeah, so thanks for joining us.
No worries, it's been a pleasure.
Do like and subscribe, and we will be back very soon with some more videos.
Cool.
Thanks for watching. Remember to run,
Bye.
ride, live.